Welcome to this basketball broadcast brought to you by WHOU and WFKT by Bowers Funeral Home, the County Federal Credit Union, TNT, Northern Maine Community College, Scoville Building Supply, FAP Body, United Insurance, J. McLaughlin Construction, Daigle Oil Company, Priority Auto Sales, Rick Hannigan Plumbing, Cushman & Sons, KVHC, County Ag and Turf, Bolton Tire and Steelstone, Maine Equipment, Griffith Ford, Napa and Coastal Auto Parts, Pat's Pizza, Madigan Home Healthcare, Pioneer Times, Pioneer Broadband, Thompson & Hamill, Aroostook Limousines, Huber Engineered Woods, Jeans Electronics, County Physical Therapy, Katahdin Trust Company, White Smiles, Maine Baseball Academy, S.W. Collins, Nortrax, Herring Brothers. Now let's go down to the floor.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Panther Palace as we get set for this doubleheader on WHOU with the Central Aroostook Panthers hosting the Fort Fairfield Tigers. Steve Carmichael joined by Bobby Russell, Ricky Koopel on the camera, and Aiden Johnson, our producer, back at the station in our J. McLaughlin Construction pregame show. Bobby, we'll talk about both ball clubs. Let's start with the home squad, the number 6 seeded Central Aroostook Panthers with a record of 12-3, coming off a 60-36 victory over the Fort Kent Warriors, and in that win, Brianne Bradbury picked up her 1,000th point, and she's averaging right around 17, 18 points a ball game. And but it's not just her. You got Macy Beals as well out on the perimeter, averaging around 14. You also have Libby Grass, Kira Fitzherbert, a freshman, averaging just shy of 10. So plenty of balance for head coach Dylan Kingsbury.
Well, there is plenty of balance in the Panther lineup, and really they're spearheaded by Macy Beals, the point guard, real quick out front, can dribble, penetrate, pushes the tempo for them, and she can really fill it up from downtown as well as attack the basket. But Bradbury provides the size for him inside, does a lot of her work 15 feet and in. Libby Grass, she was a microwave last year, but now in the starting role can put some points on the board for them as well. So, yeah, there is a lot of balance in the starting lineup for the Central Aroostook Panthers.
And this is really a couple big games for Central Aroostook coming up here as they host Fort Fairfield tonight. On Monday, another game we'll have for you on WHOU. They will play the Southern Aroostook Warriors. So a big game today on Friday as Fort Fairfield number 2, Southern Aroostook number 1 in Class D. So some heel points up for grabs here for the Panthers.
Well, there certainly are, and they're sitting in the 6th spot right now, and it's real tight. 4 through 7 is separated by 6 points. After that, when you get into 2 and 3, they've got a little bit of a cushion on the 4th place team. But yeah, so a win here and then followed up with a win against Southern Aroostook, that would really propel the Panthers up higher in the standings. Only 1 and 2 get a bye.
Yeah.
So they do have a little bit of work left to get into that 2nd spot. It looks to me like Stearns is probably secured number 1 ranking for the Class C girls, but certainly 2 is attainable with the heel points they have on their schedule.
Yeah, you talk about the Panthers. Of course, they play tonight, then Monday, and then they have plenty of days off before they finish on February 6th. So from the 27th to the 6th, no games, but then they finish at home against the Van Buren Crusaders. On the other side for the Fort Fairfield Tigers, number 2 in Class C with a record of 12-1, coming off a 58-25 victory over the Madawaska Owls. These two teams met up earlier in December. It was a 61-51 victory for Central Aroostook in overtime, but Fort Fairfield made a big charge in that second half to force it into overtime, and well, they got plenty of talent of their own. Cami King DeMerchant, Amber Sherwood, Brenna Lavasser, Riley Clough, Cassidy Gorno, a very impressive freshman, Cameron Alla along the perimeter. So this Tiger Ball Club, I mean, we're expecting a real close battle.
Well, we are. The first one went to overtime.
Yeah.
And as you say, the Panthers were up 10 in that second half, and the Tigers clawed their way back and sent it to overtime. I think it was Cameron Alla went 1 for 2 from the free throw line with little to no time left on the clock that sent it to overtime. And they were right there in the game throughout most of it. And they are led by Cameron Alla out in the front, in the backcourt. And her poise that she showed in that game, we haven't had a chance to see Fort Fairfield much this year, but in that particular game, she had matured basketball IQ-wise from her freshman year to her sophomore year and really was able to control the pace and play and get the ball where the Tigers wanted it to, which leads to good things for them. But, yeah, you're right. Courtney West has got some size. Brenna Lavasser has been a couple-year player for him as well. Amber Sherwood is as athletic as any player. Yeah. Gets up off the floor, does a lot of offensive or defensive rebounds, a lot of offensive putbacks. And, the Tigers certainly have the size advantage here today. The Panthers probably have the quickness advantage. So it might be a little bit of a contrast in two styles. Panthers going to want to get up and down the floor. They like to shoot the 3 ball. The Tigers probably want to do a lot of their work taking it to the basket.
Yeah, we look forward to a good matchup. We will take a 3-minute break in our Jay McLaughlin Construction pregame show. When we get back, we'll talk about what's coming up on the schedule on WHOU and get ready for tip between Central Aroostook and Fort Fairfield on WHOU.
It's never too early to start planning for your future, whether that means protecting your family with life insurance, college planning, or starting to save for retirement. I want to help you get started.
Regardless of your age, it's important to start planning for your financial future now. And as you inch closer to retirement, it's important for you to protect your assets, your retirement income, and your family.
Thompson Hamel has many tools available to help you chart your course on your financial roadmap. Thompson Hamel, LLC. Your family, your future.
From kitchen excellence to building damage, owning your own restaurant comes with a lot of liabilities.
Among drivers, vehicles, and business property, there's a lot of exposure.
If our equipment fails, we know United Insurance has us covered.
For us, finding the right words for marketing campaigns is simple. Finding the right insurance is not. That's why it's nice to know United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
The United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
This is Neil. Can I help you? You're where? I'll be right there. What'd you guys do?
Giving steals!
That's all you did?
Yes!
There's nothing wrong with that. I guess there is something wrong with giving away steals.
Still, this 2016 CRV SC, now only $17,995.
I don't know why.
They were good steals.
Be good for Nana, okay?
I love you. That's not me.
A moment like this is decades in the making. The County Federal Credit Union, partnering with you to achieve financial success so you can enjoy the moments that matter. CountyFCU.org.
White Smiles Family Dentistry realizes that life gets busy. We have locations in Presque Isle and Fort Fairfield to better accommodate your busy schedule. If you need to see a dentist but don't want to wait months for an appointment, then call White Smiles Family Dentistry. We are always accepting new patients and can accommodate you as quickly as possible. We offer the area's most complete dentistry, including implants, extractions, root canals, and implant-retained dentures, which saves you from trips downstate or transfers to another dental office. Don't wait months to see your dentist. Call White Smiles Family Dentistry today.
Back at the Panther Palace on WHOU, getting set for a tip-off between the Panthers and the Tigers. The girls will do battle first. The boys will be the nightcap. Taking a look at what else is coming up for you on WHOU. Not the only doubleheader going on tonight. We also have the Caribou and Ellsworth doubleheader going on. That is scheduled for a 6 o'clock tip. The girls will play first down there, and then a 1-2 matchup in Class B with the Caribou and Ellsworth boys doing battle. As well as Presque Isle's taking on MDI. That's that tough weekend for both ball clubs on the road. But that Caribou-Ellsworth game, that's an intriguing one.
Well, it certainly is, and a lot of people will have their eyes on that, see who comes out on top. Caribou really handed it to them when they went up to Viking Nation and played. I think that was on the weekend right after Christmas. And certainly Ellsworth will want to redeem themselves, but the Vikings certainly number one for a reason.
Then we'll also have a Holton and Old Town doubleheader. That is tomorrow, and Fort Kent and Southern Aroostook boys and girls on WHOU tomorrow. So plenty of basketball coming your way. Bunch of doubleheaders as we get into the stretch run of the season. And well, these games are always important, but they become even more magnified, especially a matchup like this one. As we were talking in the break, if Central Aroostook can win tonight and upset Southern Aroostook on Monday, they could be looking at maybe a bye.
Well, they certainly could. It's attainable. And what momentum they would have heading into the tournament, picking up those two big wins. And what I like about it is the way the schedule works out. You're going to play Fort Fairfield, Central Aroostook. You're going to play each other twice. Play one early, play one late. After you kind of filter out and you see where you are in the standings, it provides that much more implications in heel points and excitement as to who's going to shuffle where in the standings and gather that momentum heading into tournament week. So, I was looking on the boys' side of things. Central Aroostook boys haven't played Fort Kent boys yet. They're going to play twice in a week and a half, basically. Yep. So, some big points there as well. But, it's great to me when they stretch out the schedule and play one early, one late.
Yep. Yeah, I'd say Fort Kent, Central Aroostook. I think we have both of them on WHOU, one for our Valley stream, and then we'll be covering the game here on February 3rd. It's hard to believe, as our first broadcast was on December 7th, and we are exactly 3 weeks away from the first game at the Cross Insurance Center on February 14th. It begins at 3:30 p.m. And
slight change in the schedule. I don't know if everybody's quite aware of that. I wasn't until about a week ago when I went looking at the schedule.
So typically the first Friday at tournament begins at 5 o'clock. It's a 3-game night. But this year it is a 4-game night, I guess, afternoon, evening session. It's all going to be one session. It's going to be 4 games, begins at 3:30, and then on Saturday, which is typically a 7-game day, is now just 6.
Right, they took the third game out of the afternoon session and are playing it Friday night.
So we'll see how that works out. And right now, actually, the number 3 seed in Class B are the Presque Isle girls, and they could be the opener for the tournament, which that's the first time this has happened, and that would be a tough spot for both the Wildcats and whoever they place, because they've solidified themselves a bye to the Cross Insurance Center. It just depends on, if they defeat MDI tonight and they can beat Ellsworth tomorrow. They still got Foxcroft and Caribou on the schedule. So it's still plenty of things to be decided, as it's really crowded in a lot of areas in the heel point standings from B to D.
Well, there are, and you're starting to see some certain cutoffs as to a few gaps in the points, and we see it here in Class C girls ranked, where Stearns has kind of separated themselves from the rest of the pack. Fort Fairfield's sort of separated themselves. Fort Fairfield and CAHS have separated themselves a little bit from 4 through 7, as I mentioned earlier, and so there are some cutoffs between points, but a lot of points left, and it's a lot of jockeying in the last couple weeks to secure your spot. And with as many teams as there are in C,
I know.
only two get the bye. In D, only 8-9 playoff.
I know. Getting set for our starting lineups, brought to you by the County Federal Credit Union, a community-based financial institution with nearly 20,000 members, branches located in Caribou, Presque Isle, Fort Fairfield, Holden, and soon to be in Mars Hill. The County Federal Credit Union has the coverage to meet all of your financial needs. Visit one of their local branches to see why membership makes a difference. Send it down to the floor for AD Heather Bradbury. Just about set for tip between Central Aroostook and Fort Fairfield. Just to go over the starting lineups one more time for the Tigers: Alla, Cammie King, Courtney West, Amber Sherwood, and Brenda Lavasser. Central Aroostook with Bradbury, Fitzherbert, Grass, Garrison, and Beals. The officials are Mr. Kluke, Mr. Stett, and Mr. Thibodeau. Fort Fairfield in the visiting red uniforms. Central Aroostook in the home whites, as the Panthers will break the huddle first. And they met up on December 13th, and the Panthers came away with a 10-point victory in overtime. Macy Beals, as you mentioned in pregame, really sealed that victory with her excellent free throw shooting.
Yeah, she went 12 for 12 in overtime alone.
Can't get much better than that, Bobby.
No, sir. And I think he was probably 14 for 16, something like that, 15 for 17 throughout the entire course of the game.
Tip-off is controlled by the Panthers, and Fitzherbert will hand off to Macy Beals.
Going to be a 1-3-1 zone put up by the Tigers to start. Coach Gardner will mix up multiple zones. He'll try 2-3 as well, maybe go man-to-man. They get a turnover right off the start.
Fitzherbert threw it away as that pass from the elbow to the block was covered. She was trying to find Bradbury, and now Fort Fairfield will get their first possession. Lavasser, guarded by Beals, out to Sherwood. Now down low to Lavasser, and she'll lay it up and in.
Stevie, I think this basket's a little lower than it normally is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rely on the crowd's reaction to know whether or not the shot went in or not, because the basket to my right, I cannot see it. Either I have to get real low, which these knees don't get that low anymore. With Garrison, a three-pointer on the way, misfires. The rebound, the putback by Grass wouldn't go, and then cleared by King. So and I'm not very tall either, so I can't see over it. So really, I'm just in a tough spot.
It is in a direct line with me.
Three-pointer on the way by Sherwood. came up short. Saved, though, by King. Her foot was on the end line. It'll be a turnover to Central Aroostook. Gonna be a guessing game all night long, Bobby.
It sure is. I can't even see the backboard. I just noticed that.
Grass on the far wing, launches it from deep. Couldn't get it to fall, and the rebound secured by the Tigers. That was West who kept it in play. Now Alla will go out to King to Merchant. West drives baseline. Throws it away, and now it's the Panthers. Bradbury. Garrison. Pass intended for Garrison, slapped away by Sherwood.
2 out of the first 3 possessions, the Tigers have gotten their hands on the ball and either disrupted a pass or taken it away.
Beals, screen set by Bradbury, but it looked like she was moving, and that will be a turnover, an offensive foul on Bradbury.
Certainly was. Shuffled her feet just a little bit.
Got company up in the booth.
We do. Lots of room up here. Welcome in Mr. Prescott.
5:50 to play first quarter. Tigers still lead it 2-0. A three-pointer on the way by West wouldn't go. And the rebound secured by Garrison. Outlets it to Macy Beals. Kicks it out. Garrison for the triple. Banks it home.
After hours banking, Stevie. Early. Not so sure she intended for that, but
didn't know that
drops through.
County Federal Credit Union, their branch already open here in Mars Hill.
Is it open?
Not yet, but
it's on its way. The former location of, we're going to get a travel violation on Sherwood as she tried to split the double team.
Well, one official had a jump ball, one official had a travel, so they'll come together and we'll decide on a travel. As you said, Bobby, I should have just asked you.
Well, I wasn't blocked out by the backboard on that one. Well, with the new location, all your money, you might as well make a deposit up here, Stevie.
Right. Bradbury's 3.
Ooh, almost a double dribble there, was it?
I was looking at my scorebook.
Alla went to pass it up ahead and
stolen away here, bit of miscommunication. Beals is wide open, the glass for 2.
Nobody for the Tigers is able to catch her, and she's able to take her time and make sure she finishes. I was talking about Alla. She was looking to make the outlet pass up the wing and brought her other hand, non-dribbling hand, up to the ball.
Shot put up there by Sherwood. Rattles out. Grass swings it to Garrison. Central Aroostook just working the basketball around the perimeter. Now they try to get Bradbury on the mid-post. And West is called for the reach-in.
Yeah, she was out of position there to attempt the steal and bumps into Bradbury. You mentioned Gorno, Cassidy Gorno, going to come in early for Amber Sherwood.
First team foul on the Tigers. They get it into Bradbury with deep position. Couldn't finish. Rebound tipped and controlled by Courtney West.
Oh, you're right about the deep position. On the weak side, just carved out some space and they were able to deliver it to her.
Gorno, entry pass looking for Alla. And tough angle there, but good defense by Grass.
Well, it was, and I'm not sure if Cameron Alla was really going to be able to do anything with it. She was in behind the backboard.
You got a star-studded celebrity crowd here. Adam Kingsbury's in the house.
He is. He's a late arrival.
Beals. Bradbury at the block, able to bank that one in.
Well, that's a nice cut to the ball down the right side of the lane. Just waited for her time. Didn't clog it up. Timing is as important as anything.
So 7-2 lead for the Panthers. 3:40 to go first quarter. Gorno puts up the shot, and a foul is called on, I believe, Fitzherbert.
Well, the freshman coming in and attacking offensively early. See if she can maybe get the Tigers going with a couple free throws.
think she missed that one.
I wonder if we could get a hold of Mrs. Bradbury. The hoist is over there. I don't know. It might be possible to get that up out of our way.
She made the second one. Part of a round of applause. So from to our left, Grass looking for Fitzherbert, double teamed, and the ball stolen away by Lavasser, and then Grass will commit the foul.
Just happened to be in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Tigers pivoted out and bumped into Grass. Just her first.
So 7-3 lead for Central Aroostook. Alla with it for the Tigers. Couple crossovers. Grass sticks right with her. Goes over to King to Merchant. Bounces it near side to Gorneau. West. Alla gets around Grass. Euro step to the basket. Can't finish. And the board ripped out of there by Macy Beals. Gallops her way into the front court. Goes all the way to the basket, but can't finish.
That was a good job by Courtney West and Cammie King getting back, contesting the shot. What a push of the basketball, though, by Macy Beals. Attacking the basket.
Alla. Very closely by Libby Grass, and we get a block call here, which some Boo Birds come out of the Central Aroostook faithful. Foul goes on Libby Grass. That's her second.
They picked up two quick ones here in the last minute or so.
Liberty Fulton is in there for the Panthers. King to Merchant throws it off the back of Bradbury.
Oh, alertly recognizing she was back too, but almost picked it up while she was standing out of bounds.
Lavasser across the arc on the near side. Gets to the free throw line. Beals sticks right with her. Lavasser puts up the shot high off the window. Doesn't go. West is there, but can't finish on the putback. And out of bounds, it'll be Panther basketball. Still a 4-point lead for the Panthers.
Tigers extend here. Try to run a little half-court trap. Try to get some defense turned into offense. Panthers handle it well, though. Good patience. Looks like Fitzherbert just lost her balance there, and the ball goes out of bounds. Oh, excuse me, that's Garrison.
I have a text out, and I see him reaching for his cell phone in his pocket. Gorneau along the baseline, stepped on the end line. It'll be a turnover to the Panthers.
Liberty Fulton doing a nice job of cutting the baseline off, forcing Gorneau out of bounds.
We'll see how much pull Coach Woodworth has in this building as we get a hold call on the Tigers.
Alla and DeMerchant had Bradbury trapped over there, but they reach in. The foul's going to go on Alla, just her first. Doesn't look like a whole lot. There's not a lot of movement over there other than maybe a message coming back at you.
Okay. Fulton, three-pointer on the way, doesn't go. Bradbury, the putback, is fouled by West.
That'll be, I believe, Courtney West's second foul. See what Coach Gardner opts to do. 1:23 left here in this first quarter. Get Riley Clough up off the bench. That was a case of not putting a body on somebody and then just being straight up, and all of a sudden at the last second with the reach in, the quick reach in, and that's where the whistle comes.
Minute 23 to go first quarter. As Bradbury connects on the free throws.
Well, Stevie, there's movement. It looks to me like Coach Woody's all over it.
We'll have to be nice to him tonight. Tell you, with that shirt
we can't lose him.
Kingdom Merchant. Nice high-low play looking for Clough. Fitzherbert battled with her. Clough couldn't finish the first try. The second try as well was deflected. And the rebound taken out by Fulton.
Well, they got the ball exactly where they wanted to, right underneath the basket to Clough, just unable to finish. And Fulton airmails one into Fitzherbert.
Post-entry pass was too high for Fitzherbert to haul in. Fitzherbert had a nice game in their first matchup against Fort Fairfield.
She did. Made a living on the block, just letting Macy Beals dribble penetrate, and the help side went. She was there as a recipient.
Kingdom Merchant drives baseline, and a block call on Fulton. That will be the 5th on the Panthers. Coach Kingsbury, talking to him before the game, says if we go any further than Fulton and Haynes off the bench, then it will not be my usual rotation.
Well, in that first game up in Fort Fairfield, they were in some severe foul trouble. Libby Grass and Brianne Bradbury were saddled with fouls early in the game, and he did have to go to his bench. I think that's maybe where Kira Fitzherbert stepped up.
Yep. As Kingdom Merchant splits a pair. (9-4) lead for the Panthers. As they have the basketball near midcourt, they may be content to take the final shot here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like, well, Cameron Al is going to step out and put a little pressure on the ball, get a count going anyway. Panthers will just play catch until they're ready to attack.
11 seconds now on the clock. Beals starts her dribble, goes to Garrison near side. Beals has it, goes over now to the right side. Fulton, Bradbury, baseline jumper, too strong, and the rebound to Sherwood. And that will do it for the first quarter of play. The Panthers hold on to the 9-4 lead. Back in 60 seconds for the second quarter on WHOU.
TheCounty.me, your source for countywide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
Nortrax is your John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer for the entire state of Maine. We stand ready to serve all your new and used heavy equipment needs. Count on Nortrax for 24-hour parts and service support and around-the-clock machine monitoring with JD Link. Our certified technicians and parts specialists alongside our product support technology reps are here to serve you. We stand ready as your John Deere construction and forestry equipment team in Maine.
Look at this, Stevie. Look at this.
Roll the red carpet out too, Jack.
Back on WHOU, the situation has been taken care of. Nice job to Coach Woodworth and
we owe him. We owe him big.
Heather Bradbury. As we can see the rim now. No more guessing. It's 9-4. The lead for Central Aroostook. The Tigers have possession.
Well, it looked to me like they put Ethan Pryor on the job.
He might get maybe we'll get him a Pat's Pizza certificate just for doing the job. As a turnover to begin the second quarter.
Tigers sticking with the 1-3-1. They extend Alla a little bit to meet Beals as she crosses half court. The rest stay packed in.
Bradbury from the elbow. Jumper bounces off the iron and off of Gourneau. It will stay with the Panthers.
Well, the reason Gourneau couldn't bring it in was because Fitzherbert was right there on her hip battling her for the rebound. Saves a possession for the Panthers.
Beals for three came up short. Tracks down her own miss. Now Bradbury, nice find to Fitzherbert. Kicks it back out to Fulton. She'll launch it from deep. It's off to the right. Rebound fought for and ripped away by Sherwood.
Well, it was unselfish by Fitzherbert to kick it out for three to Fulton, but We're going to get a travel violation as Gorno runs into Fulton, but I think the crowd wanted Fitzherbert to attack the basket from about 10 feet in that short corner. Probably would have had an uncontested layup.
It is still 9-4. Just about a minute gone in this second quarter. Beals from way downtown. Just off the mark and out of play to the Tigers as Lavasser checks back in. We'll give Gorno a rest. Both teams right now struggling to get going here a little bit, Bobby.
Well, they have. And you know what? It's a lot of familiarity. Both coaches know what each other wants to try and do. They obviously have game plan to stop it. That time, Clough able to feed Sherwood high-low again. And we talked about the size advantage goes to the Tigers. They're going to want to try to use that to their advantage. And that possession they did.
So it's 9-6. Panthers lead it. Garrison with a triple on the other end.
Well, that could get the Panthers going, as that's the first one from long range that drops for them. Second one, excuse me.
Second one from Garrison. First one was a bank.
Correct. How could I have forgot that?
Bradbury trying to find Garrison on the fast break. Alla was able to get back to provide some defense to slow down the transition play as Fulton's jumper wouldn't go. And Cameron Alla, terrific soccer player as well. Riley Clough. That time they had two players on Sherwood. Lavasser for three. And rebound to Alla off the miss.
And you could hear Coach Kingsbury saying, let her go, let her go. I'm not sure exactly who he's talking about, but certainly wasn't going to worry about somebody outside. Got to pack in the paint, and the Tigers just can't get it to drop. Hung on the rim and could have fallen as easily as not.
Beals out to Fulton. Lets another one go. Back iron. Rebound tipped and secured by Bradbury, but as she started her dribble, bounced it right off the sneaker of Alla. And it will be Fort Fairfield ball as we come the other way. Lavasser.
Well, the shots that the Panthers are getting are exactly what they like in their offensive flow of things. They not afraid to take the three ball, and Lavasser gets one to drop, but had her foot on the line. That's only going to be two.
4 points in the game for Brenna Lavasser. 12-8 your score. 5 minutes to go first half. Fulton to Bradbury. A little floater in the lane. Doesn't fall. The putback by Fitzherbert was deflected by Clough.
The long arms of Clough. We talked about Paige Espling for the Vikings.
Yes.
Clough just as tall and got just as much wingspan. Tough to get the shots up over. She got a piece of that one.
So Lavasser, Alla, Clough, Sherwood, and Kingdom Merchant for head coach Gardner. Garrison, Beals, Haynes, Fitzherbert, and Bradbury for the Panthers and Coach Kingsbury. Bradbury's jumper off to the left, and another rebound to Sherwood.
Well, the Tigers have done a nice job limiting the Panthers to one shot most possessions. And, you know, it's tough to rebound out of those zones because you're not necessarily always blocking somebody out. Giving an opportunity for the Panthers to crash the glass.
Alla will launch it from deep and connect.
She came to the jump stop there, got her feet underneath her. Set, nobody steps out. She can knock those down.
Three-pointer on the way now from Beals. That one rattled out. Abby Haynes with the rebound, and now Bradbury's second chance opportunity, and that one rattled in.
Well, that's a tough shot there as Clough was coming out after her, able to get it up over the top of her. We mentioned Bradbury does a lot of her work 15 feet and in, and that time able to capitalize.
Kingdom Merchant from three. Bounces off the rim and secured by Macy Beals. Back the other way, 3:20 to go first half. 3-point lead for the Panthers. Haynes from deep doesn't go, and now another rebound for Bradbury. Finds Fitzherbert at the mid-post, kicks it back out to Bradbury. Skips it to Haynes. Quick pass to Beals. Working around the horn. Bradbury just inside the arc. Knocks it down.
Well, that's a good offensive set for the Panthers. use multiple passes, use both sides of the floor, kicking it back. Bradbury's the one that swung it. He gets it back and knocks it down.
Ala, lob pass underneath to Sherwood. Will lay it up and in.
And that's just her athleticism. She got in behind the backboard, able to still get up off the floor, lean back, and finish.
16-13. Number 2 versus number 6 in Class C. Jumper put on the way by Bradbury, in and out. Lavasser finds Sherwood along the baseline. Now Clough, mid-post, turns, fires, and buries it.
Again, they kept the ball high. Pass went high. She keeps it high. Doesn't allow the defense to get her hands on it.
Haynes from deep. Minute 45 to go first half.
Well, we've seen games where the Panthers can't miss. Right now, they can't find the basket. Only hitting a couple from behind the arc. Thought maybe that last one from Garrison might get them going.
Alla drives baseline, puts up the runner. Fitzherbert on the weak side, hauls in the board. Now Beals quickly into the front court, lost the handle, but still retains possession. Garrison, quick swing Bradbury, once again just from inside the arc, gets nothing but net.
Well, she made one on the right side, this time the left side of the lane. Just that one extra pass creates the extra space where the defense isn't able to track her down and get a hand in the face.
10 points in the game for Bradbury, first player in double figures. Lavasser hesitates, gets by 2 defenders and up with the runner. Nice change of pace there by Lavasser.
A good presence of mind as well. Once she got by that last defender, realizing she's open, pulls right up.
It's a 1-point ball game, 45 seconds. First half, Haynes pulls the trigger once again. And on the weak side, catching it out of the air was King DeMerchant.
And you got to remember, Libby Grass has been on the bench for the Panthers all of this quarter, most of the first quarter as well, with those 2 quick fouls that she picked up. Coach Kingsbury able to get through the first half, still with the lead, and her not picking up a 3rd foul.
Team control foul called on the Tigers as Calioris and Gourneau enter the ball game for the Tigers. 27 seconds on the clock.
And on the flip side, I guess you could say the same thing for Coach Gardner. He's got through the first half with Courtney West, only 2 fouls. She's been out for a while as well.
Bradbury had to be sharp to haul that pass in. 8 seconds. Garrison right back to Beals. 4 seconds. Fulton pulls the trigger. Misses. And the rebound taken out of there by Sherwood, or Calioris, and that will do it for the first half of play. A good one, Bobby. 18-17. We expected a close ball game. Well, that
we
first
have
half,
it.
I'd say we absolutely have it. Looking forward to a good second half.
Well, we are, and you know it's 2 ball clubs, 2 coaches that know each other well, know what each other want to do, and been well scouted. And consequently, we have this close game. And you know the Panthers, if they can get it going from deep, they struggled the entire first half. I would say the advantage would go to them in the second half.
Looking at some scoring numbers for you, the leading scorer for the Tigers is Lavasser with 6, and then Bradbury on the other side with 10. We will take a 3-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have our Todd & Trust Company halftime show after this on WHOU.
Get a jump on your future by exploring your possibilities at Northern Maine Community College. The team of faculty and staff at NMCC will position you for a lifetime of success. With over 35 degree and certificate programs, including our newest offerings in water treatment technology, you will be amazed at how quickly your new skills will open a world of opportunity. Visit us online today at nmcc.edu. Northern Maine Community College. Succeed here.
Nortrax is your John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer for the entire state of Maine. Whether you're working hard in the woods or digging in the dirt, Nortrax has the new and used heavy equipment you need. Count on Nortrax for 24-hour parts and service support, plus around-the-clock machine monitoring with JD Link. Our service technicians, parts specialists, and product support technology reps are here to serve you. We stand ready as your John Deere construction and forestry equipment team in Maine. Don't get flush traded. Get Rick Hannigan Plumbing and Heating to handle all your pipes. Master Plumber Rick is ready to get your pipes back in action. Give Rick a call today at 538-7131 and like him on Facebook.
Scoville Building Supplies may be a little store, but it's a whole lot more. You can find most anything you need at Scoville Building Supplies: plumbing, painting, lumber, windows, or doors. Everything you will need for your construction, remodeling, updating, or building. Call Scoville Building Supplies today at 425-3192.
Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque Isle, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
Out here, builders choose Advantech products to provide a durable base that helps prevent bouncing and warping. So in here, you can enjoy the beauty of luxurious finished floors without worrying about pops, squeaks, or creaks. Because out here, and in here, there's no better sound than the peace and quiet that comes from Advantech products. The flat-out best for a quiet, stiff floor.
TheCounty.me, your source for county-wide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
Back at the Panther Palace, getting set for our Katahdin Trust Company halftime show. The score at the half, 18-17. The Central Aroostook Panthers lead the Fort Fairfield Tigers. Just to go over some first half scoring numbers for you for the Fort Fairfield Tigers, led by Brenna Lavasser with 6, 4 from Amber Sherwood, Cameron Alla with 3, 2 from Riley Clough, and 1 apiece from Cassidy Gourneau and Cammie King-DeMerchant. On the other side for the Central Aroostook Panthers, led by Brianne Bradbury with 10, Sydney Garrison with 6, and Macy Beals with 2. So we talked about balance in the pregame show, about Central Aroostook balance, but so far in that first half, it really was the Fort Fairfield side that had a lot of balance.
Well, they did, and they did it multiple ways. They did it inside. They also made some outside shots as well. I think the score is right where Coach Gardner probably wants it. He's probably more in favor of a low score. Central Aroostook can really score in bunches, especially once they get going from the perimeter. So Coach Gardner, when he went in the dressing room, it looked to me like he was pretty happy with where they were at. And again, Courtney West was out for the Tigers with her 2 fouls for a lot of the first half. On the flip side, Libby Grass was as well.
Yeah, see what Libby Grass can do in the second half, as well as Courtney West. And these two teams right now log jammed in that Class C ranks, really starting to separate themselves. And you mentioned Fort Fairfield and CAHS have separated themselves a little bit as well. But Central Aroostook, they can really catapult themselves up the standings. They're able to pick up a victory either against Fort or Southern Aroostook on Monday.
Yeah, they sit right now 6th place, and they have just about 50 total heel points. Fort Fairfield's got roughly 67. So a win here, and that would be a season sweep of the Tigers. They would be knocking on the door going by the Tigers, I would predict. And certainly Southern Aroostook coming here on Monday would be huge as well for them. But right now, their focus is the Tigers. And yeah, it is bunched up. Dexter's right there in the 4th spot. Penobscot Valley, the defending Northern Regional champion, is in the 5th spot. Narragansett, I think their only loss comes to CAHS.
Yep.
They're in the 7th spot. So a lot of quality ball clubs vying for those final top 8 positions, so they get to host a prelim. And we mentioned earlier that unfortunate the number of teams in Class C, where there's only 2 teams that get the bye, 3 plays 14 on down. So A lot of prelim games in the C ranks.
Yeah, in Class C, I mean, you look at the top of the standings, and really, I think Stearns is probably on a lot of people's lists as considered to be the favorite. But you look down the list, you have CAHS, who has Lauren Cook, who just surpassed 1,500 points in her career. You have Dexter with Peyton Grant, Penobscot Valley with Lexi Ireland, and Narragansett, as you just mentioned, their only loss to CAHS. And then you have Central Aroostook and Fort Fairfield as well. So, say there's plenty of Mr. Fort Fairfield getting some love from the crowd.
Well, I think he's trying to make plans for what's happening after the game.
But Class C, there's a lot of really talented ball clubs.
Well, there are, and the defending champs are sitting in the 5th spot right now. But Stearns has wins over Holton. They're playing. You mentioned they're playing to me, I think off air, but Penobscot Valley tonight. Yep. So that'll kind of give an indication of where those two teams match up. With the Alley sisters, I think probably Stearns would be considered the favorite right now, undefeated. And CAHS undefeated as well. But, as you mentioned, a lot of quality teams. Narragansett, a team we don't really get to see up here, know much about, but they've put solid ball clubs together throughout the course of the years. And, like I say, their only loss is to CAHS. So, that's strength of schedule. If you look at Fort Fairfield, Central Aroostook schedule, they don't have a whole lot of strength there. They're not playing each other. In other words, like Dexter, Penobscot Valley, Stearns, they're all playing each other throughout the course of the season. They're getting their points in their strength of the schedule off of each other. Central Aroostook plays Southern Aroostook as well, and Holton, so they got a couple tougher opponents there, but I think the strength of schedule is coming that central region just outside of Bangor.
Yeah, we look forward to a great second half here as the Panthers lead the Tigers by 1. We'll take one more 2-minute break. We come back, we'll get the third quarter underway between the Panthers and the Tigers on WHOU.
Katahdin Valley Health Center, or KVHC, is a network of 6 community health centers dedicated to providing affordable, comprehensive, and high-quality care to people of all ages and incomes. We accept all patients and insurances, including those who are uninsured or on main care. Our committed patient care team is here for you, offering an extensive range of services to provide you with quality health care. We're creating healthy communities starting with you. Call or visit our website today.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Holton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and many years of experience have earned them an excellent reputation and a loyal client base. Regardless of whether you need a detailed plan for a building or would like to build a road, J. McLaughlin Construction is your reliable partner for all your engineering needs. Call J. McLaughlin Construction at 532-6335 or 694-2546.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12-passenger limousines and a 20-passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in-state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
Here, kicking off this third quarter, struggled from long range in that first half. Panthers did as a team, really, outside of the 2 that Garrison made.
Floater on the way by Alla, off the back iron, no good, tracks down her own rebound. Lavasser in front of head coach Gardner. West playing with those 2 fouls. Guarded by Kira Fitzherbert. Patient offensive set for the Tigers. As you mentioned, they want a slow-down game. Lower the tempo as we get a double dribble on West.
A good defensive stand there for the Panthers. Really bottled up Fort Fairfield and create the turnover. Yeah, they don't want to get in a track meet with Central Rustic and Macy Beals running the tempo up and down the floor. They'd sooner keep it as low a scoring as possible.
Garrison for 3 off the back iron. And the boys' game will follow this one. Garrison playing the passing lanes, but couldn't steal it away from Cammie King to Merchant. We'll hand off to West. Now Alla. Levasseur steps back, launches away, knocks it down.
Just a little step in, step back, created enough space. We had the angle on it, looked good going through the air, and the iron was kind to her as it rattled in.
Beals to Grass. Can't answer. Grass also playing with 2 fouls. Sherwood finds West underneath, can't finish. They fight for it, comes down to Sherwood. She'll put it up, no good. Third crack at it and 1. Oh, they're gonna wave it off, as they're gonna say the foul occurred on the floor.
I think Coach Gardner's gonna want a little explanation on that one.
Say the foul happened in the rebounding action as opposed to when the shot went up.
Some of my sources, Stevie Schefter, the officiating crew here has over 100+ years of experience.
Are you your own source on that one?
I am not. I won't reveal my sources, but is a fellow board person on IABO 150.
Off of Kingdom Merchant and to the Panthers. We have over 16 years of experience in broadcasting.
We do?
Yeah. Well, you've been here for what, 9 years?
You'd have to tell me. I'm not sure.
You were the year before me, correct?
At least 1, maybe 2. I don't remember.
It's
a blur.
8 9 years.
As I told you today, I had my research all done. And where did that reside? It still resides on my desk.
Libby Grass knocks down a 3.
Well, the Panthers really missed her in the first half. She can get things going defensively, let the defense create some offense, or just knock that 3-ball down. She was a microwave last year for the Panthers.
24-20, 4:40 to go, third quarter. Panthers lead it. Alla steps around Garrison, dribbles it off her sneaker, and the steal to Beals as Levasseur bumps into Beals and commits the foul.
A little overzealous there. The Tigers, they've dribbled it off their shoe a couple different times here in this half.
Garrison, Beals, Grass, Bradbury, and Fulton for the Panthers. Alla, Levasseur, Kingdom Merchant, West, and Gourneau for the Tigers as Garrison buries her 3rd triple of the game.
Oh, it's a 3rd and a half for the Panthers as well. And Coach Gardner went with a 1-3-1 in that first half. It's a 1-2-2 to start first half of this 3rd quarter. See if he changes that up.
Underneath to Gourneau, fades away and connects.
Well, that's a good find. From West down to Gourneau as she posts up on the block.
And a 30-second timeout taken here. We'll step aside as well for 30 seconds as the Panthers lead by 5 on WHOU.
At the Maine Baseball Academy, our top priority is to create an experience of advanced learning and skill development for all ages. The YMCA indoor turf facility has many resources that we use to our advantage while developing young athletes. Our top-tier coaching staff includes Director of Operations Ryan Lincoln and John Fry, Searsport District High School, Cody Collins, Bangor Christian Schools, and Cam Archer, Old Town High School. Follow us on Facebook at Maine Baseball Academy or call today for more information.
Back at Central Aroostook High School, with the Panthers leading by 5. It's about halfway gone in the 3rd quarter. Beals Over to Grass in the corner. Up top, Fulton will pull the trigger. The rebound cleared by King DeMerchant. Alla. As Fitzherbert is set to check back in. Levasseur steps back, fires away. That one came up short. Gourneau saves it. Well, I thought she did momentarily, but they say her foot was on the end line. Grass can connect from downtown, and it'll be King DeMerchant with another rebound. (27-22), 3:10 to go, third quarter. Levasseur. Gourneau steps through and finishes. Nice move from the freshman.
Well, the ball fake. She gave Bradbury, froze her in her tracks, and then she's able to blow by and use a little Stevie step.
2:50 to go, third quarter. I don't know where you just throw Stevie in front of everything?
Yeah, it works. Well, that's your favorite move.
I do enjoy that move.
I prefer the up and under move myself. But you probably never got into the low post and experimented with that type of move.
I'm 5'9", Bobby. I didn't do much work down low in the post. Actually, I didn't really do much work out on the court.
Right now, Central Rustic content, just holding on to the ball. Coach Gardner's content with his kids just hanging back. Only a 3-point game. Shorten it up. What do you want to talk about, my friend?
Who you got in the Super Bowl?
Wow, I don't know. I think my instincts say Kansas City, but San Francisco is pretty tough.
They are tough. I personally, my own bias, I would cheer for Andy Reid just because I'm an Eagles fan.
Well,
I do want to see Andy Reid.
Yeah, that's
take
true.
home the
I
Super
see the
Bowl.
association there.
We have a defense chant from the Fort Fairfield faithful. A minute 40 to go in the third quarter. It's a 3-point ball game. The Panthers lead the Tigers as Bradbury will head over to chat with Coach Kingsbury.
We've burned about a minute right now. Again, it shortens up the game. The Tigers want to keep it low scoring. Sort of plays in their favor. I know they're down 3, but
the action resumes here. Grass back out to Beals. Minute 15 to go, third quarter now. In the corner, Garrison makes another one.
Woo! Make them pay. Let them burn a minute off the clock. And then drill a three-pointer.
And a 30-second timeout called here. We'll do our injury report brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living life, County Physical Therapy can help. With 5 locations in Aroostook County and a new location in Bangor, visit countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you. Both teams fortunate to stay away from the injury bug. Kier Fitzherbert, though, been battling the flu bug. That's
goes around.
Nasty stuff that's going around as we're in the prime of flu season, and a lot of news about that coronavirus as well. Do you watch the news at all, Bobby? Or?
I haven't had time to turn around. I'm guessing you're not talking about the adult beverage version of that.
No, I'm not referring to that at all, actually. But it is 30-24, as both teams are, in fact, good to go.
This is a perfect opportunity for Central Rustic to throw on a press or a half-court trap, maybe catch the Tigers off guard coming out of the timeout. We'll see if maybe they extend. They change it up. They're going to go 1-3-1. Look for them to trap maybe high and low.
Levasseur out across the far sideline, finds West, zips a pass to Gourneau, goes around Libby Grass, and we're going to get a block call on Libby Grass as Dylan Kingsbury with some spry springs in those legs, questioning the call. He does.
I understand he plays a little basketball Sunday mornings. He's probably
the
worked himself into that move.
Careful, he might get put on the injury report with jumping up that high.
Yeah, that was Grass's third foul. Almost the third quarter without picking it up.
West couldn't finish underneath, and then we have a matching block call on Courtney West.
And Coach Gardner not real pleased with that one. 80 feet away from Central Rustic's basket. She picks up her third foul, so he's going to go to the bench as well. Looks like Callie Orris is coming in. She can get to the bench. But
30-24 your score. Beals races her way into the front court. Now double teamed, hesitates, spins back towards the three-point line, lobs a pass to Fulton. Beals spins away from Alla, kicks it out. Garrison, another three on the way. That one off the front of the iron. Fitzherbert couldn't haul in the offensive rebound. Took a hard ricochet off the rim, and now Alla, Euro step to the basket for two.
Well, splits two Central Rustic defenders. That's a big bucket for the Tigers. Little momentum going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, at the end of three, we got a good one. It is 30-26, the Panthers lead. We are back in 60 seconds for the final frame on WHOU.
Hi from Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
Pioneer Fiber to the Home is now available in Holton, Sherman, Stacyville, Calais, and Baileyville. Streaming live events in high definition like high school basketball is best viewed with the most stable and fastest connections. Pioneer Broadband delivers state-of-the-art fiber directly into your home to handle all of your most demanding internet needs. Don't get left behind with slower technology. Get the fiber you need. Pioneer Broadband.
Back on WHOU. Steve Carmichael, Bobby Russell, 4-point advantage for the Panthers. Three-pointer on the way from King to Merchant. Doesn't go. Offensive board down to Gourneau. Backs her way. Try to get an angle on the basket, and it goes off of Fitzherbert. It'll stay with the Tigers as Grass is back in for Fulton. That bounce pass thrown off the arm of Garrison. Lavasser with a screen set by Callie Orris. Alla back to Lavasser. 4-point lead for the Panthers. Callie Orris, lob pass looking for Gourneau, but intercepted by Bradbury.
Well, really just a tough spot to get that pass down there.
Bradbury out to Grass, sets her feet, launches away, and connects.
A beautiful recognition. Bradbury got the ball, brings it up the entire length of the floor herself. Grass just gets herself set. She kind of pins all the defense down with her dribble and able to kick it back to Grass.
King to Merchant will be called for the offensive foul as Libby Grass steps in to take the charge.
She is a spark plug for the Panthers. Just made the big three. Picks up the player control foul. I should say draws it.
Garrison to Bradbury. Now Beals finds a seam, puts up the runner. Couldn't finish. And a rebound down to Cassidy Gourneau.
Well, that was a great look. They were able to spread the floor and let Beals go to work. Love that pull-up jumper from about 6 feet.
Kingdom Merchant with it, finds Alla. Looking for Gourneau underneath. They had the help side defense and a hold call inside the lane.
A lot of people saw the travel. I'm going to guess that we didn't have the best angle on it, but I'm going to guess the foul caused the travel. Having trouble getting it in, Stevie.
And a 5-second call as Kingdom Merchant couldn't find Alla in time. As Bradbury comes up the near sideline, leading by 7, 6:20 to go fourth quarter. And a timeout called by head coach Dylan Kingsbury. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. The Panthers lead by 7 on WHOU.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Back at the Panther Palace on WHOU. 6:18 to go fourth quarter. 33-26 is the lead for the Central Aroostook Panthers, but a turnover here. Levasseur poked away from behind by Grass. Recovered by Dawson Watson on the far end line.
Good hustle there by Grass. Sneaking up on the ball side. We'll knock it away. I think Coach Kingsbury was hoping she was going to be able to track it down and save it.
Kingdom Merchant will trigger it in, lobs it for Levasseur, but intercepted by Fitzherbert. Quick outlet pass to Beals. She'll bring it back out. Evades Alla. Now Grass, and that will be a travel.
See that travel violation called a lot. Just get the pivot foot moving before they put the ball down.
5:50 to go fourth quarter. Jumper launched by Gourneau, back iron. Calioris fighting with Grass. Good box out by Libby Grass. She
Beautiful
draws the
box
foul.
out. Beautiful. Kept Calioris on her back. As Calioris was moving, she moved with her to keep her there. And when they go for the rebound, that's where the foul comes in. Just the way Coach Prescott was trying to teach you how to do that.
I didn't do a lot of boxing out, I will be honest. Bradbury is hit on the arm.
You were probably the guy that leaked out and was always going, whoo, whoo, I'm open, up here. Throw it to me, guys.
Why is he laughing?
Well, he knows it's true. We got you pegged.
Beals inside the paint with a runner. That rattles home.
That's a tough shot. When you can pull up on a dime like that and drill it, get the defender on the back, nobody steps out in time.
Levasseur shot off the mark. And Bradbury, Gourneau tie up. Arrow favors the Panthers.
Well, it was down, if you remember, when they went into a little stall action, it was a three-point game. Garrison hits the big three coming out of that. And the Panthers have held the Tigers to just 2 points since that particular point in the game.
Grass. Bradbury flashes to the block, and a push call on the Tigers.
Just a little quicker on that cut. She beats Calioris, gets her on her hip, and where the foul comes in. Tigers got to be aware of that. Deny the cut, stay in front. Don't allow that entry pass.
Beals, another runner. That one goes again.
I love the pull-up, Stevie. Elevates, gets up off the ground, and knocks down 2 in a row.
9 points in the game for Macy Beals. Team lead is Sydney Garrison with 12. A steal here by Bradbury. She goes in, will lay it up and in, and that's 12 points in the game for Bradbury, and the lead is up to 13 now for the Panthers.
And Coach Gardner looks like he's going to whisper in Mr. Thibodeau's ear, let's have a TO, baby.
It's a full timeout. We'll take it with him. 39-26 your score. 4:18 to go in the fourth quarter. Back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
Madigan Healthcare Services provides a continuum of healthcare from skilled nursing facility, rehab therapy, to home healthcare.
After 5 days in the hospital, they suggested that I come to the Madigan. The level of care, the service, the respect that they showed me, even the aftercare, everything about it was really excellent, and I feel healthy. So the services that I've received at the Madigan have enabled me to get back to those things that I really love to do.
Lincoln Power Sports is the leading ATV, snowmobile parts, accessories, and outdoor equipment dealer in Lincoln. Whether you're looking for the latest new products from BRP, Can-Am, Skidoo, or today's best clothing and accessories, we've got it. It's no wonder riders and customers trust Lincoln Power Sports for ATV and snowmobile service and installation of parts and accessories. Stop by our store or browse our extensive online catalog from anywhere in the world. Call 207-794-8100. We would love to hear from you.
Back on WHOU, Steve Carmichael, Bobby Russell, Ricky Goupel on the camera, Aiden Johnson, our producer. 4:18 to go fourth quarter. The Panthers have ballooned their lead from just 1 point at the half to now it's 13 over the Tigers.
The Panthers had gone 1-3-1, but switched back now to man-to-man.
Levasseur has it knocked loose by Grass. The Panthers come away with a steal, then Levasseur commits the foul.
Well, that's going to be the 7th team foul on Fort Fairfield, so for the final 4:02, Panthers will be shooting free throws.
It will be Sydney Garrison at the line. 12 points in the game for her, all from beyond the arc.
Really, she was the one that was getting them to fall for her when the rest of the team was struggling.
Yep.
Until they could get going.
Garrison makes the first. This is the second, but the rebound tracked down by Bradbury. Bradbury straight away for three.
Well, I talked about her doing a lot of work 15 feet and in. She does, but she's also got the ability to step out and knock down the three ball.
15 points in the game for the senior. Alla with the floater was too strong off the window, and the rebound cleared by Bradbury.
And the Panthers have really done a nice job here in this quarter and the end of the third quarter, controlling the glass, only letting the Tigers get one opportunity and then converting here on the other end.
Block call here on Kalioris.
Really coming down to execution. Panthers executing what they want in the half-court offense, getting the looks they want, and capitalizing. Tigers, with the defense the Panthers are putting on them, just struggling from the field.
6-3 of the second half for the Panthers.
And what they have, 2 in the first half, from both from Garrison.
Sherwood is back in.
You know, they've put some big numbers on the board, the Panthers have, throughout the course of the season. When they hit in both halves, they can get it up to 70, 80 points in a game.
Bradbury splits a pair. So it's 44-26, an 18-point advantage for Central Aroostook with 3:10 to go in the final frame. A three-pointer on the way from West knocks it down.
Well, that's the first bucket. We're about 5 minutes in, Stevie. About 2 minutes into this, so about 7-minute stretch, the Tigers went scoreless.
Bounce pass to Fitzherbert in transition, couldn't handle it cleanly. Now they tie up, and the arrow will favor Fort Fairfield. We saw Fort Fairfield make a real charge in that second half against Central Aroostook.
They did, but it was in the third quarter, though, and it was only about a 10, 11-point game. They've let it get out to 15 right now. It's been as many as 17.
18. Pass intended for West was too far out in front of her, and the steal by Fitzherbert.
And the change-ups of defense, Coach Kingsbury did a nice job. Went with the 1-3-1 trap again and trapped right there, keeping the Tigers off balance in the half court.
Bradbury got to get out of the lane. Careful of a 3-second violation. Gets out of there just in time. Grass for 3. Doesn't go. Rebound fought for out of play. It will be Tiger basketball with 2:20 to play.
Now we see a little full court pressure. Just token to try to prevent, maybe get the 5-second violation, then back it up. Play some half-court defense.
Alla, nice find to Sherwood. Kicks it out west, just inside the three-point line. Shot was off to the left, and on the rebounding action, Sherwood ends up on the ground.
Well, the Tigers have been trying to run the screen and roll action off the wing. Just unable to deliver the pass in a lot of cases, and credit the Panther defense for taking it away. Looks like they're going to get Courtney West in the post. She's battling Garrison, I believe. I'm going to whistle her. That could be her 4th. No free throws, though.
So 1:57 to go. Final stanza. Panthers lead it by 15, and they have the ball. Garrison to Bradbury, now Beals.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Central Rustic go into keep-away mode, attack when it's there if they can get by the defender.
Bradbury, 90 seconds to go. And Alec commits the foul. Now we'll send Macy Beals to the charity stripe.
Has she been there yet tonight? I don't believe so.
Nope.
Talked about her performance in the overtime, 12 for 12. Sealed the game, really, single-handedly from the free throw line up in Fort Fairfield.
Oh, Mr. Prescott on the camera. He's worried about the warm-ups going on down in MDI.
Oh, well, we can't miss the warm-ups. I never thought I'd say this, but where's Cleve?
You want to talk about a president of Wildcat Nation? I know you like to call me that, but it's this guy right here.
That guy?
That is him.
He's got a long way to go to take over for you. You might deputize him, but you're the president.
Foul call on the other end. It goes on Libby Grass. That will be number 5 on her.
It's a nice hand from the Panther faithful, recognizing her efforts tonight. Hit a big 3 to start the third quarter.
Shot missed, and Beals with the rebound. Another tie-up. Possession arrow favors the Panthers. So it looks like Central Aroostook will go to 13-3 on the year. Bradbury to the basket, lays it up and in, and the foul.
It was a foot race, and she wins. Gorno couldn't track her down. Credit Beals, though. She tried to throw a little screen at her to make her work to get there. Good finish by Bradbury in the open floor.
Bradbury can't complete the three-point play. The rebound down to Cammie Kingdom Merchant. Alla, West, Levasseur, and Gorno also out there. Levasseur for 3, knocks it down.
But she's proven she can knock that down. Coach Gardner gets a quick timeout to get the clock stopped.
The score 47-32. Levasseur is now the leading scorer for the Tigers with 12 points. Leading scorer for the Panthers is Bradbury with 18. Garrison in the game with 12. Beals has 10. So 3 players in double figures for Coach Kingsbury. Gorno with 5. Alla also has 5. Sherwood with 4. And So the 47-32 your score, 55 seconds on the clock. The boys game will follow this one. Presque Isle MDI girls are just getting set to get underway down on the island. The Caribou girls right now are playing Ellsworth. Another game featured on WHOU. Right now that is tied up at 10 with 5.5 to go in the second quarter. So plenty of basketball on WHOU. So 15-point ball game here with the Panthers leading the Tigers. Ended up being a full timeout as Coach Kingsbury uses the entire duration of the timeout to drop some final plans as the Panthers try and secure the victory. Bradbury has it slapped away by Lavasser, but retains possession, finds Beals, and then a timeout called by Dylan Kingsbury. It's a full timeout, so why don't we step aside for 60 seconds. 44 seconds to go. The Panthers up by 15. Back in 60 seconds on WHOU.
Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. TNT Takeout at 69 High Street in Holton has what you're looking for.
And believe me, the name doesn't lie. The food is dynamite. Every pizza is loaded with lots of gooey cheese and delicious toppings, from traditional pepperoni to barbecue chicken combination to vegetarian pizza or all meat.
You can grab their specials or enjoy salads to food off the grill, Mexican seafood, and hot or cold subs. TNT Takeout, the convenience store that has it all.
Call 521-5250.
We all know a Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holton Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snowblowers. Full service department with parts in stock. Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. Steelstone Industries is your aggregate supplier. You can visit Steelstone Industries at 154 Steelstone Street in Holton.
Send Macy Beals back to the free throw line. It'll be 2. They're in a double bonus.
Beals off the mark on the first.
So who's your prediction for the Super Bowl? I know you said your gut is with Kansas City because of Andy Reid, but who do you really think will? Do you think it's going to be Kansas City?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll take the best player on the field, and that would be Patrick Mahomes. As a miss on that shot there, and it will go out of play. It will be Central Aroostook basketball. So big win for the Panthers as they sit number 6 in Class C, but this will be a season sweep of the Tigers, and they sit number 2, worth a lot of points. So big win for Coach Kingsbury.
Yeah, the Panthers are going to move up in the standings because they're bottled up. We talked about 4, 5, 6, and 7. They're only 3 points out of 4th place. They're going to be challenging for 3rd, potentially 2nd. Because the Tigers are going to win some more games as well, and they're going to gather all those points.
Yeah, the Tigers' next game will be on Monday. Both these teams play on Monday. The Tigers will host the Washburn Beavers, and the Central Aroostook Panthers will host Southern Aroostook. That game with Southern Aroostook we'll have for you. We'll be right back here. Kevin Schoberg, Bobby Russell will have that game for you. Night off for me, Bobby.
Well deserved, Stevie.
Yeah, right. Shot launched by Lavasser came up short. The putback by Kingdom Merchant and a foul on Fulton. So that will send Cammie Kingdom Merchant to the charity stripe. Kingdom Merchant makes the first. And makes the second as well. Inbounds pass was off of Lavasser. Will stay with the Panthers. Beals gets around Alla into the front court. Alla pokes it away as the steal. It's back the other way. 3 seconds to go. Alla puts up the shot, spins out, and that will do it. The Central Aroostook Panthers pick up the victory 50-34, and they improve to 13-3 on the year. We will take a 1-minute break. When we come back, we'll have our Pat's Pizza post-game guest after this on WHOU.
We all know Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holton Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snowblowers. Full service department with parts in stock.
Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. We now offer heavy equipment and truck repair at our shop on 289 Station Road in New Limerick. Call Steelstone Industries at 532-2675. Outfit your vehicle for tough jobs with commercial truck body and accessories at Main Equipment in Herman, Maine. At Main Equipment Company, we sell and install truck bodies, lift systems, garbage removal applications, and snow and sand spreading applications. Storage boxes and bed liners is also available. Call us at 207-848-5738. Dump bodies, hook lift hoists, truck bodies, sand and salt spreaders, rubbish packers. The right fit for your truck. The premier company in the state of Maine. Maine Equipment Company.
Back on WHOU, the Panthers pick up the victory 50-34 over the Fort Fairfield Tigers. Bobby standing by with our Pat's Pizza postgame guest. He's got Sydney Garrison. Bobby, when you're ready, take it away.
Okay, thanks, Stevie. With our Pat's Pizza postgame guest, Sydney Garrison. Sydney, we talked about a little bit off air. The first game went to overtime up in Fort Fairfield, so you knew it was going to be a tough game here today.
Yeah, we knew that they would come out with a lot of energy, and we knew that they would want to win, so we knew that we had to come out with even more energy and knock down our shots, and that's what we did.
You certainly did, and in the first half, you were knocking down a couple of threes. The rest of your teammates struggled a little bit from the field, but in the second half, everybody seemed to pick it up, and that's been the offensive style for the Panthers last year and this year, shooting a lot of threes.
Yeah, threes are definitely what we go for. We always try to feed it to Bree and Kira and kick it back out for the three, but I'm just glad that our shots were going down tonight.
Well, you hit a big one. There's a little bit of stall action there, and they kicked it to you in the corner. You knocked it down. Coach calls a timeout. He changed up the defense. What did he say in the timeout that when he was switching up the defense?
Well, he knew that if we did our 31 up, that it might knock them off a little bit, and I definitely think that did. It switched things up, and they weren't ready for that, and it helped out a lot.
Well, it did. You held them to 2 points for about 7 minutes after that stretch, so the defense was really working.
Yeah, defense is definitely what we push. We know that if offense isn't working, that defense will carry the win.
Now, I know you want to soak this win in. You got Southern Aroostook coming up. That's a big game, and through the rest of your season heading into the tournament, certainly positioned for a prelim game. What's the rest of the season look like, the feel from the bench for the Panthers?
Well, I mean, we're really looking forward to the rest of the season. It's just pretty good games up from here. We're really looking forward to Southern Aroostook, and then when we win, we'll just keep going and then just get ready for tournament. We're really excited to go down there.
All right, well, congratulations. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Back to you, Stevie.
All right, that was our Pat's Pizza postgame guest, Sydney Garrison. Some final scoring numbers for you. For Fort Fairfield, they were led by Brenna Lavasser with 12 points, Cameron Alla and Cassidy Gourneau with 5, Amber Sherwood with 4, and Cammie Kingdom Merchant and Courtney West with 3. On the other side, for Central Aroostook, led by Brianne Bradbury with 20, Sydney Garrison had 13, 11 from Macy Beals and Libby Grass with 6. Central Aroostook improves to 13-3. Fort Fairfield drops to 12-2. The Tigers play again against Washburn on Monday at home, and a game we'll have for you on WHOU. The Central Aroostook Panthers host the Southern Aroostook Community High School Warriors. That game is at 7 o'clock on Monday. We'll have that right here for you on WHOU. We will take a brief break, and then we will have the boys game between Fort Fairfield and Central Aroostook coming up on WHOU.